Hi everyone, it's 25 to 11 and I've just kind of let down. I'm not fully in bed, I'm just on my bed with a pillow here. I'm so exhausted, like I'm really exhausted. I was just sat writing some blog posts and my eyes kept closing. I was like, I can't carry on, I'm gonna have to go to bed basically. So I went and got some water, came up, took my makeup off, and I've just like laid here. And I've been planning on doing a live video all day, because I did say once I'm able to do live videos I will do them. But this is like the first time, or the first chance. Well, I've had lots of chances, I've just been tired all day, so I've not been able to do it. Honestly, I woke up this morning and I struggled to get up, and I was literally behind all morning. Well, until I had to leave, and then I left later than I should have done, but it happens. So I don't even know what you can actually see because it's really dark. You're not missing much, trust me. And then literally I came home this afternoon and I've really struggled to get things done. Like really struggled. Like I've done next to nothing really, because I'm just so tired. And then obviously I went to sort the video for this channel, number 7, because I did one a day for 7 days because it was my birthday. I know that was a random thing to do, and I didn't really look hard for a video. I think I could have found something much better from a long time ago, but I was just tired and I left it, and it got to whatever time it was. I think it was coming up for 5:30, and I was just like, I just couldn't bring myself to look through to see what I could find. But I know there's probably something much better, but it just means that that video could go up at another time, so it doesn't matter that I've probably had something better and didn't use it, because you know I do things like that where I put videos up from I've had for a while. So yeah, and there was bits in that clip that won't make sense because it obviously wasn't meant to go up as a video on its own. I mean, you could probably tell that from the length of it. It was meant to go in a vlog eventually, but at least I got a video up. And then I had to write today's blog post because nothing went up because I was too tired last night to do it. So I got that up. Then I wrote 2 more, so I wrote tomorrow's and Thursday's, and then in the last hour I wrote Friday and Saturday. And then, as I said, I was struggling and my eyes were just like closing on me, so I couldn't carry on. But I was writing a list of posts or things that I can write about, and I think I've got about 20 things I can write about, but some of them are quite, like, they're going to take a while, and I hate them. Like when I'm trying to like get a few written, I hate the longer ones, but I can't just write short ones. And a lot of the ones, like the list that I wrote, I need pictures for, so I need to like do that as well. I haven't done much else today. I've eaten, sorted my dog out, watched a lot of YouTube, listened to some music. That's it really. I've got so much ironing to do. I'm really frustrated with how tired I feel, and that I'm literally just sitting there. Like it's physically drained, and like I'm ill anyway. Like I'm in a lot of pain from the illness that I permanently carry. Like the pain isn't, it's not its worst, but it's just there constantly. So there's lots of things I need to do and have to do, and that, you know, piling up, and then it'll all pile up and it'll get on top of me. But like, I'm exhausted physically, mentally, and illness wise. I'm just, you know, and I'm down, but I'm trying to not be down on camera all the time, because you know, it's not good me constantly making those videos where I'm down. But obviously there'll be times when I'm very down and I can't hide it, so I'm not always going to be able to hide it. But you know, I am struggling, and I have said that I will be honest, and if I'm struggling, I'll say I'm struggling. And there's times in the day when I don't feel as bad, and there's times when I'm feeling really bad, and sometimes where it'll be where I'm sat there for hours and it doesn't feel like hours, and I don't realise I'm sat there. But I'm so physically exhausted. I don't think I'm able to feel as down because I'm just so tired. Probably sounds like stupid or whatever, but I don't know, I find when I'm feeling like this, I don't feel as down as I could do. And I don't know if it's the flu jab that's making me more unwell. I presume from the symptoms that I've got it is the flu jab, because when you read up about it anyway, these are the symptoms, like feeling very tired and achy. But I'm not as achy as I thought I would be, because last time I was so achy I literally felt like I'd walked a marathon in my sleep, but oh, my body were killing me. But my body isn't that achy, I've just not got as much energy. I've got like a scratchy throat going on, which I normally, it's not too scratchy, it's just a little bit scratchy, and I'm quite thirsty, and I do have a slight temperature as well, but that's one of the side effects if you read about it anyway. So I'm trying to like still carry on and do everything I need to do every day, but it's hard when you don't feel well. And as I said, I struggled to get up this morning, but I struggled to get up yesterday morning, and I hadn't had the flu jab. So I thought that was because I had quite a long drive on Sunday, and when I got home I was busy for hours and hours. But then, you know, I got more sleep last night than normal, and I still woke up very tired. And you know what's frustrating? It's like literally, I've come upstairs because I couldn't really keep my eyes open, and now I feel a lot more awake. And this is what happens with me. I will be absolutely exhausted, and I'll still be up till 3, 4, 5 in the morning. So it's really frustrating. And it's not me fighting sleep tonight, because literally I would happily go to sleep. Honestly, I would. If I could go to sleep now, I would, because my alarm's set for 6:30 in the morning, which I'm not looking forward to. I know I'm going to struggle to get up. I already know that. I feel like I'm going to be up and down to the toilet all night, because I've literally, in the last hour, drank over a litre of water and a cup of vanilla chai tea. Tea is a diuretic, so that's not going to be fun. And I've got more water in because I'm so thirsty that I'm probably going to end up drinking all that as well. So I've got the bladder of an 80-year-old anyway, so it's not going to be fun. I'm just so tired. I'm going to make myself do ironing tomorrow. I've decided I'm going to iron 10 things, and there's at least 20, but if I set myself a goal of 10, I feel like I will carry on and possibly finish the pile. But also at the same time, if I don't feel up to doing more than 10, I won't get disappointed and upset with myself if I stop at 10. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to tidy my living room, which isn't really untidy because I tidied it not last week, but the week before. I had a really good tidy session. And then I need to vac or hoover, whatever you call it, wherever you're from, downstairs, because my dog permanently molts. So that is my goal for tomorrow, and I know it doesn't sound a lot. I'm also going to write 2 blog posts minimum, because one of them needs to be a long in-depth one, annoyingly, because I've not really wrote anything that long. So I'm going to do them. That is my to-do list when I get home tomorrow. It's finally Wednesday tomorrow. If you knew what was going on in my life, you would understand why I'm excited that tomorrow's Wednesday. I can't say why at the moment, but I always look forward to Thursday. Unless I had something horrible to do, I wouldn't look forward to it, but I always look forward to Thursday, and there is a reason why. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. It's not a massive list, but when I feel exhausted and I'm mentally drained and physically drained and don't feel very well, that is a lot for me. There are other things I would like to do. I think I'm going to write a massive list of everything that needs to do, but not put a time frame on it, because there's so much to do, and I get frustrated with myself because I'm down. And when you're down, you don't do anything, and it's not because you're lazy and you don't want to, because I'd love to do everything, but I'm so down, it's like I'm lucky if anything gets done. So I do try and set myself to do a certain amount every day, and I have like the list that I'm definitely going to do. So usually the night before, I know generally what I feel able to do, and sometimes it's only one thing. I make myself do one thing, even if it's just something that takes 5 minutes. I have to do one thing every single day. That's my rule to myself. Otherwise I could probably literally sit there for 2 weeks and not do anything with how I feel. And because I know what I'm like. But there are times when I am so down, even that one thing that takes 5 minutes seems like the hardest thing in the world. And I know there's people who won't understand that, who've never had depression. But, you know, I'm being honest about how it feels. I don't know if I have anything else to say. Obviously the bi-weekly vlogs will be back this week. I think I've got Thursdays ready. I am going to run out of footage very soon, so I need to sort out how I'm going to get the clips off this phone onto the laptop to edit together vlogs. Hopefully I can do it. If not, I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously videos will go up. I can do live videos like this as well. I will try and do one a day, but there'll be days when I might not want to, because I do try and act okay, like I am acting okay now, but I have told you how I feel. But I think I'm so tired, it's stopping me from being very down. Like I'm too tired to feel it right now. But I'm gonna probably go to the toilet about 500 times in the next few hours. But I'm going to try and get some sleep, even if I'm waking up every 10 minutes to go to the toilet. I'm going to have to try and get some sleep, because I am so tired. And normally, like it says, like it makes you feel unwell for I think it said 3 to 5 days. But I know from experience I always get flu. I normally get it around just before 2 weeks afterwards, and from what I've read online, it takes 10 to 12 days to take effect. And I think from past experience, it's been that sort of time when all of a sudden I've got really ill. So I've started to take my woman's health vitamins again. I always, and I've mentioned this before, I always like remember to take them for about 3 weeks, and then I'll forget to take them for like 4 to 6 weeks, and then I'll remember them again. And I know I didn't take any last week at all, but yesterday morning, because I knew I was getting the flu jab, I started them again, and I've took today's. But it's like when people get ill and all of a sudden they go out and buy multivitamins, they take about 3 weeks to get into your system. So just when you're getting sick and you go out and take them, they're not actually going to take any effect for quite a few weeks. So especially this time of year, you definitely need to take multivitamins. I'm currently taking the Tesco's own brand, I think they're £4, which isn't bad. As to do the same one for £3.50, but you have to take 2 every day. Whereas the Tesco ones, it's 1 every day, and all the other brands are 1 a day. So if you don't want to take a lot, it's worth paying the extra 50p. I normally get the other brand. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, it's a well-known brand, and I can actually see the packaging in my head now as I'm talking about it. But I can't remember what it's called. But that's not much more expensive than the Tesco one. I think it's only £5, I think, or £5.50. But what I did last time was it was 3 for 2 in Tesco. So I got that brand, I got the Tesco, and I got a box of the mixed berry. Oh God, what are they called? I think I've got some over there. Where you put it in water and it fizzes. Barocca. I've not used them yet. I used to have one every day because it encouraged me to drink, because I'm not the best at drinking enough. Obviously I've drank a lot in the past hour, but there'll be some days I'll barely drink all day, and then I'll start to feel unwell and very tired, and then I'll remember I've not drank much. Then I'll try and drink a lot, but then because I'm so tired, I'll drink hardly anything and then have to go to sleep basically. And I've not drank as much today as I should do, especially because I'm not well. That's probably when you should drink more. So I always forget I've got them. You can never have too much vitamins, and it's worth doing. I especially do it during winter because I do tend to pick up every bug going. Even though I've had the flu jab, I will get flu at some point. And it doesn't stop you from getting flu. I think there's a bit of misconception about that. It just helps you because it tries, basically it's meant to stop it from getting as bad as it can. Which is ironic because every time I get flu, I literally have the worst flu possible, and the flu jab's meant to stop it from being as bad. So it makes me think, is it doing its job? And if it is, how bad would it have been if I hadn't had it? Because I've been hospitalised. Have I said that right? I actually said that. When I was talking to someone yesterday, neither of us could actually say it. So I think I've actually just managed to say it. With flu, I've had it, I've had the flu jab 3 times in a row now. And I wasn't as ill last year, but the year before I kept getting flu. I kept catching it. I don't know how, but I did. Last year I got it after I had the flu jab around 2 weeks later. I weren't feeling well when I had the flu jab for about 2 weeks. I had similar symptoms to what I got now. And there was a couple of days where it was a lot worse, further into it. And then I started to feel really better. And then me and someone who shall remain nameless went out for a meal. I think it was a Sunday lunch or something. And as the meal progressed, I just got really ice cold and my throat was hurting a little bit, and then all of a sudden my nose was just running like crazy and I was sneezing, and I was like, oh my God, I've got sick literally in the space of a few hours, because I felt fine when I went out. And then I went home, got some Lucozade on my way home, went home, didn't go to bed, stayed up, but ended up with this full blown whatever it was for a few days. But it's amazing how quickly it can just progress into that. So that's why I dread having the flu jab. Don't want a virus either, because I have always got sick from it. First time I ever had it, not from a doctor, I had it the first time because I bought it, because you can buy it, because I were eligible for it. I think it was 2011, because I remember when I got it. And I got it, but when I went to get it, because I booked it and I'd paid for it in advance, and I booked it, and I went, and I was really ill at the time. I had a fever, and I had it, and you're not meant to have it if you've got a fever or you're really unwell, because that's why I've not been allowed mine for the last 2 months, because of how ill I've been. And to be honest, I really shouldn't have had it yesterday, because I'm a lot more unwell than I'm meant to be, but I just wanted to get it done. So anyway, I ended up getting sick from it practically straight away. I think I had it in the morning. No, I think I had it at lunchtime, and I think it was either later that day or the next morning. I was really, really ill with like this horrible, it was probably like similar symptoms to what I've got now, but like 10 times worse. And I was like that for about 3 days, and then it eased off. And then I didn't have it for a couple of years, and then obviously for the last 3 years, I think I missed it a year, and in the last 3 years I've been allowed it. Because I'm eligible. Your doctor decides who is and who isn't eligible. Certain people get it anyway, like if you're a certain age you get it, if you're diabetic you get it, if you're pregnant you get it, if you have other things where you've got no immune system you get it. And then your doctor then decides if you get it. So if you go to the doctor a lot and you're ill a lot, generally the doctor will just tick whatever they do on the computer, and then you'll get offered it I think September is when the letters go out. It's either the last couple of days of August or first few days of September, and that's why you get offered it. It just depends. But normally it is for a set people, like older people, children have it as well. And if you've got certain illnesses, like I say, like really serious illnesses. And I've been eligible for 3 years, and I'm not going to say why. Obviously now I'm eligible for the reason that I've got this illness. But originally, when I first got offered it, I didn't have this illness, obviously. But actually, yeah, I didn't have it, but anyway. I can't believe I've talked for, how long does it say? 23 minutes nearly. Great. I should be sleeping. See, this is a problem where I've actually woken up. I think I might have woken myself up by doing a video. Because obviously I've made my brain active. But my brain was active anyway, because I was trying to write blog posts. I think the best thing I can do is try and lie down and go to sleep. But I can't lie down until this video's processed, which could take up to 10 minutes, especially with how long the video is. So there'll be no video tomorrow, unless I do a live video, but if I do a live video it won't be this long. And then obviously bi-weekly vlogs are back on Thursday. I need to see if I've got one ready for Monday. I know I've got Thursdays ready, and I need to see what footage I've got left, because I don't know what I'm going to do if I've not got any other footage on. Especially with how tired physically and mentally I feel. I think I would struggle to want to edit things off, whatever. But, you know, as long as I'm able to, I still will post on this channel. Eventually, the content of some videos will have to change. There are reasons why, and I will reveal why eventually. But it's like I won't talk about. There's things I was talking about when I was really, really ill and off work, and I was talking about things that I shouldn't have talked about. And then I said I would make certain videos when certain things happen. And I still will do eventually, but there's certain things I can't discuss at the moment. And not necessarily bad things, it's just I need to be professional about some things. But eventually some content will not be, well, some content will be taken off and some things I won't be able to talk about. But I will be able to talk about why eventually when I talk about certain things, like when I do update videos. I mean, I don't know when I'm going to do update videos, because nothing really changes that much in my life, and there's things I don't want to talk about that have changed right now. I do find it hard to let go and talk about things like I have done in the past, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm getting better, I don't know. It's funny because I say maybe I'm getting better, but I'm quite depressed, believe it or not. So I don't know what it is and why I hold back on things. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know, I've struggled ever since I took that month off. I've really struggled to open up about things on here. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. And I will be open and honest about depression and things like that. But I'm struggling to talk about my private life and what's happening, basically. But I will talk about it to some extent. And obviously a video went up this week, that car chat video. There's obviously a second part to that. I don't know if I can put that up, and I'm struggling with that. And it's not that I've gone into a lot of detail in it, but I do discuss what happened to me, and I'm finding it hard to let go of that. Like, I'd happily tell, if someone asked me, like if the police asked me like what happened, I'd happily tell them and it'd be fine, but obviously they're the right people to tell. But for some reason I'm struggling to let go of things on here, even though I feel like my stories of what's happened to me would help other people, even people who it's happened to, or people who know people that it's happened to, or people who want to understand how certain things make you feel. And I would like to be able to talk about things on here to try and help others, and to show others that if it's happened to you, you're not the only one, and you should speak out. It's hard for me to speak out because of things that have happened, and I did protect my ex, and also my ex has friends at the police station, obviously policemen, and he did a certain job, and he has immunity because of that. So that's one of the reasons why I feel like I can't report him and have to put up with certain things. But I just want other people to not feel that they can't talk about things that have happened. And I've mentioned in videos, and I don't know if I've even put these up because, as I said, I do stop certain videos for some reason. You don't necessarily have to report things to the police, because from experience, I'll be honest about it, it's not always the best thing, and you need to be 100% sure you want to do it before you do it, and you don't get pushed into it and you don't go along with it because it's what other people want you to do. You need to realise the consequences of reporting it, and what you have to do and what you have to give up. Like, you have to give up every part of yourself to the police. You can't not be yourself. You can't tell them a little bit and not everything. You have to basically tell them absolutely everything and give up every part of you in your life for however long they want it you for. So please don't think you have to tell the police. You can tell, even if you tell a family member, a friend. You can ring, personally I wouldn't ring these, but this is up to you. You can ring the Samaritans and just talk through how you're feeling. You can ring victim support, and depending on what's happened to you, you can Google it, and you can, like, if it's like violence, you can put violence helplines and you can ring one of them. So don't feel like you have to tell the police, because you don't. But I will tell you that a lot of the organisations will encourage you to do it, but that's your choice, and you need to say to them, look, I don't want to do it, or I'm not ready to do it, and ask them not to keep asking you, because they will keep asking you. But if they harass you to do it, then really you should complain about them, because no one should harass you to do things. Like, I was harassed off certain police officers, and they should have been stopped from harassing me and making my life hell, but they weren't. But I'm just saying, don't let anyone harass you and don't let anyone push you into it. You have to be 100% comfortable and sure and know that you have to give up every part of you and be like completely honest about yourself and not just tell part of the story. You need to tell them absolutely everything, and I know it's hard, it's not easy. I wouldn't say I'd find it easy, like if I had to tell them something. It just depends on who you're telling it to. Like, I've had some really horrible experiences, because there are some who are power hungry and they just talk to you like you've committed 20 murders, but there are some that are very understanding and easy to talk to. So it just depends who you end up with, and if you're not happy, you can just say, I'd rather talk to someone else, and don't listen to them when they say no, it's me you have to talk to, because you do have a choice. And I've not realised that at times and been put under a lot of pressure, and it's made things worse. So just tell someone, it doesn't have to be the police. That's the moral of the story. Don't keep it to yourself like I've done. And I still keep things to myself, and I'm advising people not to keep things to themselves. Like, I was told something today, something quite serious, and I actually said to them, if you don't ring the police and report it, I will. So they basically had to report something today, because I basically said, if you don't, I will, because I can't unhear what you've basically said in front of me. Even though they weren't telling me and they were telling someone else in the room, they told me something very serious. Well, they didn't tell me, but they said something very serious, and I advised them. And I said it's funny, because I actually spoke to a police officer about a similar situation, and they advised me to ring 101 about it, which I did. And I said, you need to do it, because if you don't, I'm going to do it. And they basically did it. So there are certain things you do definitely have to tell the police, but there's other things where if it's any kind of abuse, you don't have to go to the police. But it's important that you tell someone. I should be telling this to myself, because I don't tell everyone or anyone everything. And that's what makes me ill at times, because the stuff that goes on in my head that's happened that I can't cope with or deal with, and I don't tell anyone. I just shut down and I don't. And don't be embarrassed, and don't think, oh God, this is really horrible, because they've probably heard a lot worse. It's like when I'm telling my doctor things, I used to hold back and not tell her anything, or tell her the bare minimum, and then I think she's probably heard things like 1 billion times worse. So don't be embarrassed, and don't feel ashamed, and don't feel like you've done anything wrong, because I blame myself for a lot of things, but and it's really weird, because people keep telling me things, and I think I don't know if they can tell I've been through a lot, but I think I'm quite understanding when people are having conversations, and it's really weird that people keep telling me things, but I don't know why. I don't mean that in a horrible way, but I've been having what you would call a general conversation with someone, and then we'll be talking away, and all of a sudden they'll tell me something, like maybe something's happened to them or whatever it might be, and then I'll say whatever I say and advise them, or just listen to them, because sometimes people just need you to listen to them. And if someone comes to you and confides in you, it just shows that they trust you, and they feel like you will be able to listen and understand and help them in some way. So I like that people feel like they can talk to me about things, and it's normally people that I don't really know, like I know them because of certain situations, but I don't know them, like I'm not friends with them. And a couple of people recently revealed some things to me, and I've said things back to them, not about me. I've like revealed like why I know where they're coming from and how I understand, but I've not gone into details. But from my own experience, it's nice when you've got someone, even if you've got 10 minutes in that you can just say things to. I think it does help a lot. Sometimes people just need someone to listen to them. I said that to someone the other day. I said sometimes 5 minutes can mean so much to someone, and it's true. Anyway, I don't know why I'm being so philosophical. I can't even say philosophical. Anyway, I don't know. I'm so tired. Why do I tend to talk a lot when I'm tired, don't I? I'm too talkative when I'm tired. 36 minutes. I could have been sleeping for that 36 minutes. I doubt I'd be asleep, but I'm definitely going to go. I will try and do a live video tomorrow. I don't know when. I need to get everything done that I need to do when I come home tomorrow before I do a video. But God, I'd love to have an early night. I don't know, like, I look at the clock at 1 in the morning and that's early to me. Like, I look at the clock and I'm like, oh God, it's 10 o'clock, I bet some people go to bed at this time, and I'm like, I'm not going to bed. But I'm definitely going, because I'm so tired. And I've just talked a lot. This light's not flattering at all. It looks like I have a moustache. It is a shadow, honestly. I don't have a tash. See? If I had a tash, it wouldn't be dark because I am a natural blonde. But look at that. I'm so tired. I'm just coming out of random stuff now. Definitely going to go to sleep when I finish this video. I'm getting to that stage now. Anything else I need to talk about? Like I've not talked enough. I don't know. Obviously if I'm not talking, I've got nothing to talk about, so I'm going to go and you'll see me at some point, I guess. Please feel free to subscribe. I've lost a subscriber. I think it was the other day I kept posting videos, but if you don't want to watch loads of videos, then don't subscribe to me. It's as simple as that. There will be times when I will post a lot, and there'll be times when I won't post a lot. God, that arm's so heavy. Actually, that one's heavy as well. Right. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll be back again probably tomorrow. Bye, everyone.